Last week, on my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999, Akane drowned her pain in a ton of beer, as Yamada watched on helplessly. When we left these two, he had placed Akane in his bed to let her sleep off the consequences of her actions, and from that point on, we begin episode 2. We enter this week's episode exactly where last week's episode left off, with Akane, drowsy from a hangover, waking up in Yamada's bed, with absolutely zero clue how she got there. Did they? No. And Yamada seems more than eager for her to grab her stuff, which he was nice enough to wash for her, and be on her way. She might not be super into him at this point, but that still had to burn. When Akane gets home, she's super upset that she's lost a necklace. It's a heart-shaped pendant on a silver chain that was given to her by her ex. Why she'd still want something like that hanging around is beyond me, and her friend Momo, who in many ways is like a female version of Yamada, comes out and says that later. But she does, at this point, and she realizes Yamada may have it. While trying to figure out what happened to the necklace, it comes up in the MMO they play that someone has been stuffing the guild chest with a bunch of crappy low-level items. Yamada keeps cleaning this up, and he's not amused. After he shot his mouth off about it, Akane tells him and their guildmaster that it was her. The guildmaster thanks her for giving items for newbies, and at the same time, Yamada says the items are shit and that Akane needs to be more selective. Upset, Akane logs out from the game. Shortly after that situation, Yamada realizes he has the necklace Akane was looking for, right after he steps on it and breaks it. Being selective about what one keeps seems to be the theme of the episode. Shortly after the exchange with Yamada and the guildmaster, a ton of boxes are brought to Akane's room in the real world. Her mother has decided to reclaim Akane's home bedroom for another project, and now, all of Akane's old things are cluttering her new space. The whole theme boils down to 3 key items. A teddy bear that reminds her of her grandpa, the now broken necklace from her ex, which acts as a clever symbol for Akane's own broken heart, and an umbrella that Yamada lent her in the real world, telling her that there is no need for it to be returned. I love the contrast between him being a decent person, not wanting her to get sick, and yet also being a socially clueless gamer guy, giving off "leave me alone" vibes. After a hilarious sequence where Akane's friend Momo goes down a list of all the reasons Akane should no longer care about her ex, we get a sequence where Momo helps Akane with the mess in her room. And again, the idea of be selective comes into play. In the end, Akane throws away the necklace. It, like her relationship with her ex, is broken. Plus, it, like the relationship, is now only capable of causing pain, both through memories of the lost relationship and in how it hurt Yamada's foot. Akane decides to keep the bear, an impractical thing in Momo's mind, but an important choice given the episode theme. Letting go of things that hurt you can be healthy and important, but holding on to things that remind you of people you love is beautiful and powerful. I also love how this quietly addresses the difference between deliberate abandonment, like the boyfriend who cheated on Akane, as opposed to separation or loss that can't be avoided, like a grandfather's death. After some drinks, Akane and Momo make the questionable decision to return the umbrella, which leads to Yamada wondering if he should call the cops, especially when Momo drapes herself all over him and tells him she plans to marry him. Hilarious? Yes, but yikes. They both lack social awareness, and they are each other's kryptonite, because Momo wants something from Yamada because he's handsome, while Yamada has told Akane he has no interest in a relationship. The ending of the episode leaves off on a sweet note, though. As Akane is dragging a drunk Momo away from Yamada's apartment, Yamada stops her to tell her that the guildmaster is concerned about her. Akane hasn't logged into the game since the day everything happened about the item box. Akane tells Yamada she'll log in when she gets home, and is kind of bummed that he's about to go to sleep and won't be there. If the ending sequence after the credits is a preview, and we're gonna see Yamada and Akane advance in the game world, I'm very hyped for that. And if not, I'm still very eager to see what the story has planned next. I think it's interesting that we're seeing Akane go through the 5 stages of grieving. Let's break that down. At the start of episode 1, she couldn't believe the breakup had happened and that her BF had cheated on her when she told Momo about it. She was tearing down enemies in the MMO and held the hunting ground space from Yamada because she was angry. She thought that if she bought a new outfit and went to the gaming event that maybe her ex would change his mind, which is a form of bargaining. She ended up getting revenge via Yamada, but that wasn't her original plan. She drowned her sorrows in alcohol to the point where she woke up in Yamada's bed, which is definitely behavior tied to depression. And we see that continue at the start of the second episode, surrounding her still talking about him and annoying Momo, and then the whole situation with the necklace, up until the point where she made the decision to throw it away. I'm not entirely sure we've reached a place where one could argue that Akane is ready for acceptance yet, but I think that it's clever, whether it was intentional or merely how I perceived it, that this psychological concept can be applied to the story, despite its comedic and generally sweet nature. So, are you watching my love story with Yamada-kun at level 999? If so, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you haven't started yet, but are interested, the show can be found on Crunchyroll. Either way, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.